Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Monday morning to you all. Hope you guys are having a great start to your day. Hopefully, most of you still have the day off. If not, regardless, hope you guys' morning is going well. Got you an update on what's going to happen today. There's already weather ongoing right now. Nothing, huge or very impactful, but we do have some snow flying around for areas of the Mid-South. It's already moved into Tennessee, Kentucky, areas of the Ohio Valley. It's snowing. So first off, I want to ask a favor of you guys. Let me know what you're seeing. For folks who are seeing snow right now, this does a lot in trying to figure out what's going to happen downstream into maybe as far southeast as North Georgia, areas of the Carolinas. I'm trying to get a handle personally on how this is going to unfold because I'm pulling from my area here in the Midlands of South Carolina to see a little bit of token flakes tonight here in the middle of the night. But it's starting to look like areas from Atlanta to Greenville, Spartanburg, to maybe even Charlotte could see some flurries if you stay up late enough tonight. Probably later this evening into closer to midnight. We'll have to watch, but we're going to break down a couple things, figure out the southeast first, because this could overachieve, and I'm very interested to just know how fast after the snow starts that it's sticking to surfaces, because that's a big deal. It's been very cold. The surfaces are very cold, and we certainly could probably see, even if it's just a light snow, things to stick on the ground pretty quickly. So let me know what you guys are seeing. But we're going to try to figure this out. If you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. And more importantly, if you guys got anything that I can pray about or pray over, please put it in the comments below so I can pray over it and so others can too. And I promise you others will. Let's go. Checking this out here. Winter weather advisories are up for areas of Kentucky, basically the entire western half of Kentucky, almost the entire western half of Tennessee. This does include Nashville, includes Memphis. Let me know what you're seeing in Memphis. You're kind of at the tail end of the moisture, but I did see a ping report really close to Little Rock reporting a little bit of sleet. You still got winter weather advisories up here in Iowa and areas of Illinois, 2 counties in Missouri, and hard freeze warnings still up for these purple counties. I mean, it was colder this morning at my house than it was yesterday morning. For some reason, yesterday morning only hit 20 degrees at my house. This morning, I just looked at my weather station. It's like 16.7 degrees. I feel like this beats that cold air mass of early 2018 just because the longevity of it, for sure. Some local really shallow ponds. There's a area of ice over. I'm not saying every pond around my area is froze, but there's some areas that have ice on it, that it's just kind of rare here in the south. But we take a look at this system. There's a big system entering the west. The whole entire pattern's about to shift, guys. And we'll start to dive into that probably tomorrow, but we'll talk about it at the very tail end of the video. But the reason this system is not working out to connect with this right here is because the ridge is collapsing on this pattern so fast. So you got a tall ridge in the west, and we have huge troughing in the east. So if this wasn't moving in on this so fast, this clipper would have had a chance to dig, connect with this southern stream, and we might have had a more substantial winter weather event for even areas of the south before the pattern goes completely away. But we're left with this very strong clipper that's bringing moisture for areas of even the south, some snow. So let's go on and back this up. I didn't mean to have this up. I'm kind of showing you the prize before the beginning here. So this is what the HRRR model is showing as of 7 a.m. and we're almost at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So we're going to back it up an hour here. I'm sorry, go forward 1 hour. And this is what it's showing for snow. It says it's snowing in southern Indiana, most of the entire western half of Kentucky, and then a good portion of Tennessee, of central and western Tennessee here. But when you look at the radar and see what it's showing, we now have snow reports in Nashville. We have a little bit of, let's see, that's a little bit of a snow report in Little Rock. This is a sleet report. There's a little bit of more warm air aloft over here. Due to this ridge, it's just moving in fast. This is going to be the last day or two of cold weather for areas of the eastern U.S., but you're getting some snow to kind of wrap it up here. And there's some areas of more moderate to heavy snow. You're seeing some snow. I know it's not showing up here in Illinois and Indiana, and it's still snowing up here in northern Missouri. It's kind of like a two-piece kind of deal with this clipper. But this is moving through. It's snowing in Nashville right now. Please let me know how quick it's sticking. I would love to know that. It's been so cold, the surfaces, especially cold surfaces like roofs of cars, and metal surfaces, is probably going to stick pretty quick. The roads are still very cold. Certain areas have still not gotten above freezing in days. So let me know what you're seeing. You look at the radar out of Nashville. Let's go to Memphis first. So we're just going to kind of do this on the fly. And like I said, this is as of 7:45 Eastern time. You can see the warm air aloft here with the pink. But I don't have any folks in Memphis reporting anything right now, but I can almost guarantee you that something is falling in Memphis. This is spreading into northern Mississippi. This is probably fighting a little bit of dry air initially. It's going to have to moisten up the mid to low levels of the atmosphere. So this just isn't Virga, but this is already showing up. You know, we look at Huntsville, Alabama radar. Oh, it's down. Well, that kind of stinks. We'll look at Nashville and see what's going on here. And, snow is overspreading Nashville. It looks like some snow's starting to move into Huntsville, Alabama. I think this is going to be a kind of situation where the radar shows snow over you at first, but it might take maybe a little bit of time for it to really moisten up the atmosphere because of dry air in all levels of the atmosphere. But, I mean, it's already knocking on the door of areas of eastern Tennessee. It's very impressive. It's moving a little quick, but we're going to see this because a lot of models, let's back it up here, have this kind of dissipating, drying up, if you will, especially as it gets right here, and then almost trying to reform kind of right down here. I really think Atlanta to Greenville to maybe Charlotte sees some flurries this evening, later this evening. Now, part of like what I do here is I don't just come on here and show you models. I kind of give my twist and my take on this, and a lot of times with these clippers, they verify a little bit more moist than what models show. But we're in full range pretty much of these short-range models. I feel like the HRRR model is doing the best right now with these short-range models. The NAM is not doing great at all. The NAM hardly shows any precipitation where there actually is precipitation. But the HRRR model, just doing a really good job. But watch as we get into about the mid-morning time frame. Some of these areas drying up, and then a more defined area of snow develops. Maybe as far south as northern areas of Mississippi. This begins to move and try to make its way into Huntsville. And then as we get into about midday, about noontime, it really has this area right at the Kentucky kind of just drying up. But it's hard to believe that. And that's how I need your guys' help to let me know what you're seeing. Of course, I'm going to be looking at it all day. But watch what it does. It kind of... It's still snowing down here in southern areas of Tennessee, certainly southwest areas of Tennessee, snowing in some northern counties of Mississippi and Alabama, like Florence, Alabama. It shows it's snowing as of 2 p.m. You got flurries flying around in eastern Tennessee, and then it just kind of gets its act together. It's kind of a weird little system. And then it starts to move into areas of kind of southeast Tennessee. It might be snowing even to the valleys, certainly in the plateau areas. Watch out Chattanooga, maybe some flakes flying around. Huntsville, Alabama, as we're getting into about the 5 p.m. time frame, if you're confused about the time. This is Eastern time. Just back it up an hour if you're in Central time, so 5 p.m. And then watch what it does. We're getting into the evening hours around dinner time. First off, you got another little area of snow showers kind of entering western Kentucky, Paducah area. Maybe makes it as far south as Memphis. But watch this little area right into here. As we're getting into about 9 p.m., now we're pretty much in Eastern time for everybody. Look at these flurries and light snow entering the Greenville-Spartanburg area, even as far east as Charlotte. This starts to kind of ooze down to Atlanta. At this point, around 11 p.m. tonight, you got flurries, maybe some light snow flying around for all of North Georgia. And then look at this frame right here. It's the last frame. This shows a little burst of moderate snow. I'm not saying this is exactly what's going to happen, but I'm telling you, I really think at minimum we see some flurries flying around later tonight. If you can stay up late enough or set an alarm, I hate to wake you up for no reason if nothing's flying around, but if you're interested, I think some flurries, some light snow can make its way into upstate South Carolina for sure. Now, this is as far out. We're only in the latest HRRR model. The latest long-range model is starting to move in right now, which kind of stinks because I'm not going to have you guys some really concrete updated information. But this is the latest HRRR model, and look at this. I mean, it's probably going to dry up if I was to keep this moving a couple more hours. This would probably dry up, but I think some flurries can make it as far southeast as Columbia, South Carolina, maybe Augusta, Georgia. Even the National Weather Service mentions it in discussion. We look at the 06Z, and it's already trended more. Like, this is the run from 5 hours ago, but this is the latest long range. The latest one's running right now, but it hasn't ran all the way. But it does show the idea of some flurries, but this is already trending a little bit more juiced up. As of right now, this could trend differently. But as far as snow, the National Weather Service says it's possible that as far southeast could get 1/10 of an inch of snow. That's a dusting. That's enough to coat your the tops of your cars Maybe put a coating of snow on the roofs of your houses. It's not showing much of Tennessee much love. That's why it's important for you guys to just let me know what you're seeing out here, especially in Tennessee, Kentucky, the Ohio Valley. Somebody said some areas of, I think they said Illinois already picked up 2 inches of snow. The blend of all models shows the idea down here. Look at Atlanta. The blend of all models gives you a 1/2 inch of snow. That's enough to make the ground look white. We'll just have to see that. I'm not telling you guys that's what's going to happen. The blend of all models, a decently reliable model, and it's picking up this little area of enhancement kind of down here that could develop. So we'll have to watch to see what happens. The latest the latest HRRR model only goes out 18 hours. Likes this area of Tennessee down here. So we'll have to see what happens. It's going to be an interesting day today. Some areas might not get as much as what they expected, but I would pull for more areas seeing a little bit more than what they're expected. Latest radar, like I said, we'll get these cursors out the way. I mean, there's a lot of reports of snow in Nashville now. I don't know how heavy it's falling, probably not very heavy. But the more the atmosphere moistens up, it's going to be interesting to see what happens today. It's kind of a now thing, but we'll figure it out. Temperatures today for the southeast, very chilly, especially for areas that hang on to cloud cover from this clipper. Still areas of Tennessee not getting above freezing, but chilly for all the way down into Florida. 50s for highs for almost all of Florida. 40s for areas of the Panhandle. Pick your state. Areas of South Carolina, North Carolina will struggle to get out the 30s. Atlanta 40s. And just one more push of cold air comes through, and then quickly, rapidly, the pattern changes. Areas in the northeast today, you'll still be dealing with a little bit of lake effect snow, especially off Ontario. I can't speak right this morning. I'm slurring my words, but we're getting into this morning. Some snow will begin to enter southern Ohio, into West Virginia. This could put a coating of snow on the ground. Not going to be a lot at all, but the surfaces are so cold that it could accumulate on the roadways, but it's not going to be a lot of snow, guys, either way. And then this will kind of dry up as it enters southern Pennsylvania, but you certainly could see something. And then the lake effect snow, like I said, just continuing to pop off the eastern areas of Lake Ontario. But there will still be a little lake effect snow in the Buffalo area and just south, but not quite as much today, but you could still pick up several inches of snow. Temperatures today, very cold. Everybody below freezing, except areas of outside the mountains of Virginia. But everybody else, pick your poison, very cold, well below freezing. In fact, areas won't get out the teens and 20s. South central U.S., pretty quiet today, except these areas. It might turn to some rain, maybe some flakes for areas of Arkansas. And in fact, I think I saw an area in Oklahoma that was reporting a little bit of frozen precipitation this morning. So we'll see what happens. This is the evolving situation with this area over here that I just mentioned. But outside of that, not a whole lot going on. I think southeast areas of Missouri could see some more snow a little bit as we're getting into the evening hours tonight. But, not a whole lot going on. But like I said, maybe some more flurry action entering these areas of the Mississippi Valley as we get into this evening. There's going to be one more shot of cold air. In fact, areas, I think areas of eastern Kansas, maybe even northeast Oklahoma, and then even areas of Missouri could see the temperatures actually drop throughout the day as just one more push of cold air moves through behind this clipper. These clippers can yank down some more cold air. But listen, if you're in Texas, you're thawing out. Areas are getting into the 60s today. Even Louisiana, the 50s will feel just so much better compared to what you've seen. Little Rock, mid to upper 40s today. But as soon as you get into northern sections of Oklahoma, points north and northeast, you're below freezing. Very cold. Areas up here in the north central U.S., besides those flurries and snow showers and light snow that whips their way through Illinois, pretty quiet. You still got lake effect snow areas popping off here in the eastern UP of Michigan, and maybe some flurries and lake enhanced moisture off Lake Michigan. But other than that, maybe a system tries to fly through a little bit later tonight in northern areas of Minnesota. But it's running out of time for any energy to scoop down this region as the ridge is starting to move in and will flip their pattern. Temperatures today very, very cold in the northern plains. Of course, warmer than what we've seen over the last several days. But you can tell where the ridge is moving in right here, because if you start to move out west, it's much warmer. You're thawing out big time. Rapid snow melt for anybody who got snow out west, and just in the plains areas of like Montana, Wyoming. But froze up still for these areas. Snowpack not going anywhere. The pattern change is coming, guys. This is the last little impulse, the little clipper that moves down, delivers some snow for areas of the south today and Ohio Valley. But you see this red right here? This is the ridge moving in. Watch as the blue gets replaced by the red as we start to move in later in the week, getting into Tuesday, getting into Wednesday, and then bang. Our pattern flips as we get into mid to late week, and we start to warm up quickly into the 60s, even the 70s for some folks. And this lasts all the way through New Year's. And then we have to watch as we get into January. We're not sure what's going to happen, but we do know multiple pieces of energy are going to fly across this gradient. We could have a big New Year's Eve, New Year's Day storm system that could dampen a lot of people's festivities for New Year's. But the pattern flips. We start to get the ridge in the east and the troughing in the west. So we start to warm up and unthaw in areas of these. We'll talk more about this in the next 24 hours. That's all I got, guys. Hope you folks see snow today. You want to see it, enjoy it, because anything that falls is not going to last long. This is coming at the tail end of a very cold pattern. But enjoy it if you see it. God bless all y'all. Let me see what you're seeing today, and you guys have a great day.